Wang Pingyi works as a chef in a village in China. He is likewise the bearer of the dragon head cleaver, an image of strength to his clan. All of us from the extended family knows and respects him, lots to his nephew Wang Kaizhou's annoyance. Kaizhou believes that he need to be the rightful proprietor of the sacred cleaver, considering the fact that his father was the ultimate owner. One day, Pingyi and his clan are employed to work for a big accumulating organized for the better officials of the village. Pingyi's disciple by accident burns the pork, which became supposed to be the primary dish. He scolds the guy and takes it upon himself to slaughter and cook the pig in less than 30 minutes. Using the sacred cleaver, he cuts the pig with precision in only a few seconds. Half an hour later, the dish is ready and to be served. Pingyi provides a few salt to the dish as a finishing touch, unknown that his disciple has blended a drug in it underneath Kaizhou's order. The dish is organized superbly and served to the guests. Quickly, they start to collapse because of the drug, and the blame falls upon Pingyi's cooking. He realizes what his disciple has performed and asks him for the reason. The man pushes him aside and runs away, fearful of being caught. Pingyi runs at the back of him, however, is stopped by using a collection of men who accuse him of looking to poison them. Besides being a cook, Pingyi is additionally a brilliant martial artist. He single-handedly takes on the organization of fellows and defeats all of them. At closing, he finally catches his disciple and is ready to hit him with a cleaver when his associate stops him. He belittles Pingyi for seeking to blame others for his mistake. Before Pingyi can provide an explanation for himself, he is kicked out of the village, deemed unworthy to be the owner of the dragon cleaver. Somewhere else, in the College of Martial Arts and Cooking, an instructor organizes an opposition between his college students. He broadcasts that the person who can position the college's logo back to its original region will acquire a special gift. The students cross crazy to get the brand and begin fighting each other. Certainly one of them, named Lung Qinyat, climbs on pinnacle of the tables, kicks the others away, and acquires it. But the others attack him earlier than he can place the brand returned. Amidst the chaos, the brand lands on the trainer's hand and the college students assault him as properly. At some stage in a chase, Relations Yet gets his palms at the logo and puts it returned at the platform without absolutely everyone seeing him. At some point of the lunch damage, the instructor comes to the cafeteria looking for family members Yet. He plays a prank at the instructor and gets into a friendly fight with him. Family Yet proves his skills by combating using just a roll of dough and turning it into noodles at the identical time. The instructor advises him to satisfy a prepared dinner named Shum Fong Quan. He believes that Relations Yet has learned the entirety he can from the school, however he's but to study the deep idea of food. Later, Family Yet leaves, seeking out the master chef Shum Fong Quan to begin his training. The grassed chef works in an eating place named Four Seas. The proprietor of the restaurant, Shum Ching, is calling for numerous distinct recipes to improve the ratings. Her sister Shum Ing helps her with the manner, however the sisters are distressed due to the fact the dishes aren't up to their trendy. Family Yet arrives seeking out Shum and is requested to wait. On the identical time, Pingyi additionally arrives at the resort to enjoy conventional Cantonese food. Ching gives Pingyi a few tea and is amazed whilst he can tell aside their secret element from only a sip. To check the end's chef, Shum, Pingyi orders traditional Chinese language meals known as the water cabbage. The chef brings the dish and asks for Pingyi's opinion on it. When he calls the food bland, Shum gets angry in demanding situations Pingyi to a cookout. Because they'll want an assistant, Relations Yet offers to assist Pingyi. Ching wants to create modern dishes for her restaurant, so she doesn't object. After some time, each the cooks gift their dishes. Shum's signature hen is scrumptious, but on tasting Pingyi's conventional bird, the sisters are surprised. A flashback indicates us that he covered the chip with sugar syrup to make it stay boiling from the internal. As defined in the conventional recipe books, he didn't use a knife to reduce the portions. Shum accepts his defeat and resigns from his position as a cook dinner inside the restaurant. In his region, Ching appoints both Pingyi and Relations Yet as the pinnacle chef and the helper. That night time, she finds out that Pingyi's brother, who taught him the whole thing about cooking, is also her father's student. She is more than satisfied to have a person like Pingyi as their head chef due to the fact his cooking style and concepts are same to her father's. To peer if Pingyi is in reality as gifted as he seems, Qinyat challenges him to a fish slicing competition. Qinyat chooses a globe fish for his dish. It wishes very skilled cutting abilities to chop the fish without dropping its authentic flavor. Relations Yet impresses Pingyi along with his capabilities with this one. Whilst it is Pingyi's flip, he uses an ordinary high fish for the dish. He slices off parts of its flesh and leaves the fish alive even after making a dish out of it. Both Ching and family members yet are taken aback to hear that the fish can still swim. They check in that no one can compete towards Ping Yi's cutting capabilities. The next day at paintings, Relations Yet is prepared to learn matters from his new grasp. To his disappointment, Ping Yi gives him the task to sharpen the knives. He remains up the complete night to finish the mission and receives it performed by means of the morning. However, while he shows it to Ping Yi, the cook is still now not impressed. He says that before coaching him a way to cook, he will ought to learn how to cut meat and veggies. Considering reducing, mincing, and grinding technique are the basics to be an incredible cooked dinner, King Yat is given the responsibility to cut all of the greens that are used within the eating place. Ping Yi's nephew Kai Zhou, who became chargeable for him getting kicked out of the village, additionally owns a restaurant in the metropolis that is a rival to the Four Seas restaurant. He hates his uncle for being the motive his father left the village a long term in the past. Chef Shum meets Kai Zhou asking to be hired as a chef in his eating place now that he resigned from his vintage job. But Kai Zhou says they already work with a grasped chef and do now not want his offerings. Whilst he finds out that the uncle he hates works for his rival eating place, he is agitated. Kai Zhou's right-hand guy, Liang, who was a village member a long time in the past, shows he overlook approximately the competition considering the fact that he can't pass in opposition to his uncle. This angers him even extra and he almost beats Liang to demise. A flashback indicates us that Kai Zhou's father Wang Ping Ke changed into an extraordinary cook, but with time, he changed into an alcoholic. Ping Yi became towards his brother being the bearer of the dragon cleaver because of it. One night they got right into a fight which ended when Ke harmed his hand, making him unable to cook dinner. After leaving Ping Yi in price of his son, he left the village, but Kai Zhou nevertheless blames Ping Yi for his father's disappearance and needs revenge. Back inside the present, Relations Yet keeps to reduce the veggies for 2 weeks straight. All through this time, he playfully bickers with Ying and starts off evolved liking her. Ping Yi teaches his strategies to all of the eating place employees, together with Ying and relatives Yet. Their ratings soon cross up due to his innovative dishes. One night, Kai Zhou and his pals come to the restaurant for a meal. They position nails at the dish and blame the prepared dinner for placing their lives in chance. Because of this, all their customers leave the premises, refusing to eat the meals. Kai Zhou insults Ping Yi, but the guy stays calm and apologizes. He doesn't want to fight together with his own family and knows why his nephew would hate him. Within the following scene, family Yat and Ying are at a save searching for groceries. They may be distressed due to the fact, after the nail fiasco, they have got lost one half in their clients. Ying notices Kai Zhou is also purchasing for groceries near them. Nevertheless mad at him for ruining their commercial enterprise, she assaults the fellow. Kai Zhou's henchmen soon join and combat towards the two. Family members Yet without difficulty beats them up in no time even as Ying struggles towards Kai Zhou. At one point, they are surrounded by the rival institution but controlled to trick them and run away. Whilst trying to catch their breaths, they see a commercial for the Chef of the Year opposition. If their chef wins the opposition, their scores will move up once more. However, when they ask Ping Yi to be inside the competition, he refuses. It turns out he had gotten a name from his village that morning. They may be asking him to return due to the fact, after his departure, not anything has been the same. Ping Yi is assured in his teachings and asks his family Yat to represent their eating place in the competition. The following day, King Yat and his assistant get geared up for the primary round of the opposition. They're going towards 6 other chefs, however their largest combatants are Shum and his partner Chef Chowdu. The competition starts and the chefs make their signature dishes. For the primary short while, King Yat contemplates what will be the quality dish to make. Ching, from the target market, suggests he make a horse platter that is fabricated from pigeon, duck, and chook. The dish is complicated to make because it may overcook pretty easily, however, if made correctly, it's mild scrumptious. Kinfolk Yat starts off evolved operating on his dish. Within the intervening time, Chowder skins an ox's head to cook a famous Shekuan dish. An hour later, all of the dishes are presented in front of the judges. They critique all of them, but in relation to King Yat's horse platter, they handiest have satisfactory things to mention. They also seem to experience Chow Tu's dish very well. The outcomes are announced and each Chow Tu and Relations Yet bypass the first round. Now, for the very last spherical, they'll need to go towards every other, one-on-one. Kinfolk Yat and the crew celebrate their first win and begin getting ready for the finals. While Kaijo reveals out approximately this, he sends some thugs to conquer up relatives Yet so he wouldn't be present inside the subsequent opposition. King Yet fights them to his high quality but is locked up in a refrigerator with Ying. Day after today, he by hook or by crook manages to escape with Ying's help and is again within the competition. In the village, Kaijo is going to satisfy his uncle and kill him as soon as, and for all. Ping Yi is attacked through a set of thugs who he fights bravely. Even once you have overwhelmed up pretty badly, he manages to send them away and educate his nephew a lesson. He has a threat to kill Kaijo, but he does not because he nonetheless thinks of him as family. Within the intervening time, the cooking competition starts off evolved. This time, the cooks are advised to make a simplistic soup dish, but with none seasoning. This indicates they'll ought to make it flavorful the use of handiest the primary components. Chow Ta quick starts to cook dinner a conventional fowl soup even as relations Yet thinks approximately Ping Yi's teachings. He remembers the cabbage and water dish that Ping Yi had ordered whilst he first came to the restaurant. It has simplest 3 ingredients with no seasoning and if cooked with the right method, the easy dish will blow human beings' minds. He starts to cook it right how Ping Yi had taught him. He makes use of minced fowl mixed with water for the soup. Following that, he pokes holes in cabbages to run the soup through them and make it flavorful. Chow Tu, however, uses a traditional oven to cook dinner his chook soup very well, but he uses extra substances than relations Yet and is going slightly towards the regulations. Ping Yi arrives there and compliments Kinfolk Yet for doing as satisfactory. At Ultimate, the judges are served with 2 equally appetizing dishes. At first, they try Chow Tu's soup and are thoughts blown via the flavors. But when they try Family Yat's dish, they clearly near their eyes and live frozen, playing its simplicity. Chow Tu is going to one of the judges and tries his leftovers. Whilst he receives a taste, he without a doubt takes his hat off, accepting defeat. Relations Yat and the team celebrate the win. Ping Yi even arms him the dragon head cleaver as a gift. To everybody's wonder, Ping Yi's elder brother who had disappeared years ago arrives at the set. He reconciles with Ping Yi and even attempts the cabbage water dish. A few weeks later, all of them are on the restaurant. King Yat has determined to head on an excursion with Ping Yi to study all the special cuisines in the world. Within the remaining scene, he promises his lady friend Ying to go back quickly. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, leave a comment about your favorite movie, and we will make it next. Thanks for watching.